Let me see. So we want Sarah, we want either Matrim or Perrin, and Samira. So let's go ahead and start with Sarah. Where's Sarah? That was an interesting noise from camp. But yeah, I'm going to try and get a stream in at the weekend. It's just going to depend on if I have some free time and I'm not like in hospital for too long. There she is. So, Sarah. Then of course we have Samira, and do we want Perrin or do we want Matrim? I think we want Matrim. Matrim's pretty damn good. Hospital live stream. I think there might be some. I don't think they'll allow me to have a camera on while they do their procedure. Oh boy, like hospital operating cam. Yeah, let's take Matrim, and I suppose from there it's my choice, isn't it? Let's go ahead and get where's he at? Where's he at? I thought it was... maybe not. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Alright, let's take Hans Fickbottom and let's take Seabass. Because I want to test Seabass out. I've not played with Seabass yet. Waldriff cleared his name and laid the tiefling's accusations of betrayal to rest. He does strike me as untrustworthy. I don't know. Like, so I went ahead and this is a good heads up actually. Humble Bundle have a bundle on there at the minute, which like all the proceeds are going towards everything going on in Ukraine and charities that will help support the people of Ukraine. I think it's like, well, it's 30 British pounds, so I believe, like roughly, so I think it's more like $40, maybe $45, and there's like 125 things in the bundle, like a ridiculous amount of stuff, and there's absolutely all sorts. There's everything from, for instance, some things that I'm really looking forward to reading through are the Pathfinder 2nd edition core rulebook, as well as I believe that other game, Starfinder, which is like a sci-fi tabletop game, which should be pretty fun, so I'm gonna have a look through those. But also there's like loads of video games. I think like Fable Anniversary's on there, the new zombie shooter Back for Blood's on there, Spyro, the Reignited trilogy's on there. There's a load of good games on there, and it's all going to a great cause. So if you guys, like, just a heads up for you guys, that it's a pretty good deal, you know, even if yeah, like even if like, I don't know, it's a good deal, it's a good cause. And if you guys maybe want some new games and feel like supporting a good cause, then I would highly recommend heading over there and having a look at the bundle, see if it's something that you think's worth it. It's a fantastic deal, but I have pretty much all the good stuff. Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. Like the only ones I didn't have, like the only ones I only had like 3 or 4 of the games on there that I would want to play that I didn't have. There was only like 4 of them on there. But the way I kind of thought about it was, the way I kind of, oh my god, my throat today. The way I kind of thought about it was, that's 4 games, plus some tabletop rule books that I will definitely want to use at some point. So that's like, let's say like £30 per game. So and then like the rule books would be roughly £30 as well, I think, as well actually. So that's like £180 worth of like stuff that I would use or want to use for like £30. So for me, it was a good deal. It was a good deal. But yeah, so I don't know. I was thinking about like trying one of those games out on stream, because I've installed Back for Blood and I've installed Spyro, because I used to love Spyro. So I don't know. Maybe I'll finish off the stream by playing something in there, but I don't know. I might just end up playing Pathfinder, honestly, the whole way through. Oh, 1,850 games on Steam. Yeah, I used to be like, I used to donate to Humble Bundle all the time and get loads of the packs, so I have quite a lot as well. Let me have a look. I really cannot justify buying games that much anymore. Like, I very rarely buy games at this point. I just don't have the money for it. But like, back when I was like a teenager and then like my early 20s, like gaming was a big thing for me, like a really big thing. So I just did nothing but spend money on games. Let me take a look. I have oh, I thought I had way more than that. Never mind, I don't have as many as I thought. Still a lot. Roughly like 355. That isn't as many as I thought. I thought I had more than that. But either way, yeah. 355 games in my library. So I'm just a little baby boy compared, or my library is a little baby boy compared to Selby's library. Right. Endurance, I think. We want to make him a strong boy. Fighter level 3. Boop and boop. Do we want to go with an armor focus? Do we want to? Or do we want to go with... Wait, what's his weapon focus? He's got 2 weapon fighting. And he's going to use 2 longswords. Let us go with armor focus. It's either heavy or medium. I think we'll go with heavy. No, I'm going to go with medium. Boom. Okay. 2 more levels. Let's take his strength up, because he's a strong boy. Athletics and nature. Where's my... Oh, it's right there. Looking for my water bottle. Boy, oh boy. So, I owe you guys a Goodnight Flanders stream. Like a live Goodnight Flanders. So, I think I might try and do that next weekend. Like, I think I'll aim to do it at the weekend, because I think that'll be a better time for more people. Like, more people will be able to tune in if they want to tune in. And I don't know. I think we'll probably, like, I'll probably center it around Skyrim. Like, the series that I've been working on for YouTube. I think we'll probably center it in Skyrim and read some books in Skyrim. Or maybe we'll, maybe I'll just read some, like, actual books from IRL. We'll see. Weapon specialization. Longsword, please. Let me see. Josh says, I think using a longsword in an offhand takes quite a penalty to hit, as it's not light. Yeah, I know, but this is, a character was suggested by Fraser, or Fraser, I should say. So, oh, who is here right now, actually. Hello, fam. How are you liking Seabass Flanders? I see you're using him. Yeah, I've just added him to the pie. I'm just leveling him up now, and then we're gonna go and see how he performs. See how good old Seabass performs in combat. Advanced weapon training? What's this? Oh, what's effortless dual wielding? That will help with what Josh was just saying. So, all one-handed weapons that belong to the trained weapon group, they get treated as though they are light weapons when determining the penalties. So effortless dual wielding, I think. And it will be with long swords. which I'm assuming... dueling sword, bastard sword, elven sword, long sword, heavy blades. Lovely. Boom. One more level, and then we're good to go. Athletics and nature. It keeps suggesting point blank shot, but we're not using ranged weapons, so it's just, yeah. No thank you. You make a number of additional attacks of opportunity per round equal to your dexterity bonus. That might be kind of good. Add your strength modifier to your persuasion skill. Then again, improved initiative might be nice as well. +4 to bonus to initiative checks. It does that so some of my it does that to some of my characters as well. It needs to be patched with the point blank. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because they're fighter class or if like that is actually a bug or something. But I don't know. Doesn't seem necessary. Maybe it's just because he has a reasonably high dex, so it assumes that he's going to be a ranged fighter. Let's go with improved initiative. Okay. And he has a mythic rank as well. And for the mythic rank, wait. Why won't it let me see what they are? As long as you keep fighting. Right, so every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain +2 bonus to damage rolls, up to a maximum of 10. What's Thundering Blows? Once per round, when your melee attack misses the target. I would rather go with Unrelenting Assault. Let's do that. Big old damage. Okay. And that's everyone, I think. What's Seabass got on? Boy, oh boy, he looks mighty. So medium armor is a focus. Let's try. That's light armor. That's medium armor. Damn, he looks. Yep. What's this then? This is the Blackened Mirror. Uses a hex. The DC of the saving throw is increased by 1. Okay. I need to get rid of this shield and put another longsword in there. It is a longsword he has, right? Yeah, Cold Iron Longsword. Let me see. Let's filter it in descending order by price. Longsword +2? Yes, please. That's the other one. Longsword of Right. Boom. There he is. in all his glory. Oh my god, it's so good. So good. Okay, so dang, he looks sexy. I mean, yeah, he does. He looks like the sort of majestic beast that works in the pumpkin patch by day and by night fights crime. That's what I'm thinking. Is there anything else we can do, or is that everything? I think that might be everything. You know. Wish he had wish he had a straw hat to match the picture. Yeah, I wish there was more. Like, I don't know. We haven't really encountered many like helmets and stuff like that. Like, we've probably encountered more hats than we have helmets. Like, helmets seem to be really rare. I'm not going to give him that because I'm saving it for Travelor. Okay, I think that'll do. Right, so where are we aiming for? We went and did all the companion quests down there. Chili Creek, we could go to Chili Creek. Yeah, we could quite easily get there because those demon armies are puny. I don't remember if I put the. I think I did. I think I changed the settings for the crusade management last stream or the stream before. Either way, it should be a little bit more. I don't know, like less to manage. I was getting kind of sick of the crusade management element, so it should be on like the easier setting, I believe. Ah, jeez. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, Rangers. Please take a shot at the archers, please. Let's go ahead and do a scorching ray at the archers. Lovely. You know what? Let's just finish the archers off. No ranged attacks for you. Okay. These are cultists, aren't they? Yeah. Damn, not as many as I was hoping for. Never mind then. Are these not like the exact same strength as my like footmen? How do I look at the... So they have 39 hit points. Mine are 35. AC 14, 13, 13, mine's 12, 11, 11. What about the attack? It's +7 to their attack. Oh, right, okay. I was... Even so, it still seems as though, like, 8 cultist fighters versus 196 footmen. Even if they're twice the strength of my footmen, I still feel like my footmen should wipe them out in one go. Okay. I will take it. Seems unbalanced, but okay. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of the crusade management and like the crusade battles, because they do seem to just be like very level versus AC. Wait, what? Let me take a look. So AC is 14, 13, 13. We have +3 to attack. So... Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me, because I feel as though like we are easily like half the strength. The footmen are easily half the strength of the cultist fighters, but it just seems as though... I'll be right back, 2 minutes, need some food, I'll be quick. No worries, Fraser. It just seems as though, like if 9 rangers can do potentially, like, oh geez, even 79 archers are, yeah. I don't know, it just seems unbalanced. It just seems like, the combat in the main element of the game is totally different, you know? Yeah, totally different. Is there much non-combat management? I saw you giving orders to the quartermaster, etc. So there's a lot of like role-playing management, I believe, from what I've seen so far. But I think as well as that, you also get to manage like buildings, like manage building up your forts and stuff like that, and you choose what buildings are in each location, and you get like bonuses from the different buildings, which is like it was in Kingmaker when you were building towns and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It just I don't like the balance, how the crusade battles are balanced. It seems dumb to me. Oh, is that it? Okay. Lovely. And then we're going to have to do another one of those to get to Chili Creek. The traitors who defected to the enemy side at Canabras are dead. However you say that, expresses its deepest gratitude to the commander. You're most welcome, however you say that. Most welcome. Right, so now we've got to go back and... Okay. Boom. You know, I actually wonder if maybe it would have been more like fun. It would have been funner to, for instance, instead of having all of like the battles, if there were like the element of the game where it puts you into like the sort of like it's in a book and it's written and it goes for like a cutscene, like it did when we decided what was going to happen at Leper's Smile. I almost wonder if it would have been funner to have it be like that, i.e. to have battles like take place from a role-playing perspective and for like you to be ordering the army around and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't dig the crusade management. Welcome back, Fraser. Welcome. Because I just think that like, trying to be both an RPG and having a turn-based army management mechanic in the game, it could work. It's not a bad idea, but I just don't think it was executed very well. Like, it's just kind of boring to me. I'm sure there are some people who would disagree, and they are probably right in their own way, you know. It's just in my opinion, I just don't enjoy this element of the game. But I will persevere through it because I really do love the rest of the game. Give you my best Sean Connery voice. Let me think. What's a line that Sean Connery says? Okay, so there's the scene in James Bond where he pushes the piano down the stairs and it falls on the bad guy, and then Sean Connery basically like looks at the camera and says, "Well, it looks like he struck his last chord." Let me see. I agree. I disabled the fights, so all are auto resolved. Ah, okay. Don't take that off on my account. Don't take what off? Sorry, Kangster. Bond. James Bond. 17 Norse and 1 yash. Still means yash. Hello, Miss Moneypenny. Looks like he struck his last chord. Is that good? Did I do a good job? It's got to be said, I think he's probably my favourite James Bond. Like, I'm not a fan of the modern James Bond movies. I kind of, yeah, can't get into them. Cannot get into them at all. I think James Bond was kind of a thing of its time, and I think trying to make... I just haven't really felt like the modern movies have offered me anything that I really want to watch. Sorry, that was what he would say to one of it. Oh, right. Oh, I see. I thought you meant like a setting in the game or something. Oh, don't take that off on my account. Sean Connery was very unique. I think it's the voice as well. He does have a very unique voice. I mean, I'm fairly certain he was the only Scottish gentleman to play Bond, right? I don't think any of the other actors have been Scottish. So I think it was just something different. I wonder why elementals are fighting in a demon army. Is that something we're ever going to find out? Are we ever going to cover that? It seems strange. Why are you fighting for the demons? What did they give you? Craig Ferguson impersonates Sean Connery very well. Yeah, he's Scottish himself, isn't he, Craig Ferguson? I can't think... Is his show in America just called The Ferguson Show or The Craig Ferguson Show? Kangster says he's a very charismatic James Bond. He is. He's very charismatic. Yeah. I do kind of like the old movies. It's just the modern James Bond movies that I can't get into. Although I don't really like a lot of action films, to be honest. Or at least films that are centered around action. What do the demons actually want? To take over your land or just destruction? I think they are just trying to destroy civilization in general. Like, I would say that's what their goal is. But at this point in the game, I don't think I can comment on that for certain. Like, I think they just want to wipe us out. Totally out of coffee. That's a sad time. In my opinion, Roger Moore was a good James Bond as well. Roger Moore was actually pretty good as well. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. He was kind of unique in his own right. Right. Yeah, he was kind of unique in his own way, I think. Then again, Timothy Dalton as well was also kind of... There are a few of them who brought some unique sort of qualities to James Bond. But yeah, no, I definitely prefer Sean Connery over anyone else. Boom. Dunzo. Can we... I'm assuming that won't actually do that much damage because it's against a water elemental, but either... Oh, apparently that killed a water elemental. That's weird. Wait, was that... That was a water elemental, right? It wasn't supposed to be a frost elemental or something. Kankster says, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but a dark-skinned female James Bond seems odd. So, I'm going to go ahead and clarify the meaning of that. So, I think what you mean is the same as what I would, or maybe perhaps similar to what I think. So to me, the idea of changing the gender of a character is right. I don't agree with it, and here's why. Okay, before people try to shut me down, I think that the way to go about female characters and to, you know, approach the topic of gender equality and all that isn't to take a male character and make them female. It's to make good female characters. Because I think what people are really saying, or the message that really seems to go across when people take male characters and change the gender, isn't that men and women are equal. It's that you have to take a male character and change their gender to make women actually be any good. And I don't agree with that. I think there are plenty of female characters, both throughout history and throughout, you know, the history of cinema and books and just all of these different source types. There are plenty of good female characters, strong female characters. I don't think that you need to switch the gender of a male character to female to make a good character, you know? So in terms of changing the gender, I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter that much, but at the same time, it feels kind of, I suppose, not true to the source material. As for the topic of you know, skin tone or race, I don't really have too many thoughts about it. If they're good, if they are the best person for the role, then yes, definitely. I don't care what race someone is, as long as they're good for the role. I think that traditionally James Bond was is a white male. Inspired. I mean, here's the thing. James Bond, I believe, was actually inspired by... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I can go there and do that, can I? Tell you what, get the fuck out of my chat. I get so fucking sick of bots. Either way. So yeah, where was I? What was I saying? I got too busy telling the bot to fuck off. It was based loosely on. Oh jeez. James Bond was based loosely on. My God, he played Count Dooku. He wrote metal albums. Why is his name escaping me? Can you guys help me out in chat? He played Count Dooku. He played Saruman. He had his own metal music that, like, albums that he released as part of a metal band. Christopher Lee, is that right? I think it's Christopher Lee. So yeah, so for those of you who are unaware, Christopher Lee was actually in like the Secret Service during World War II. And Ian Fleming, I believe, was his brother-in-law or like his cousin or something like that. And Ian Fleming actually wrote or took influence from Christopher Lee for James Bond. The source material is a white British male. So whilst I don't have anything against the idea of switching up races and just like, because here's the thing, it's not technically switching up races if you're just picking someone whoever's best fit for the role. But I don't think that those are the sort, I don't think those should be conscious decisions, if you know what I mean. By which, to elaborate on that so people don't go, oh, you can't say that. Well, I just did. To elaborate on that, I don't think that people should go into casting with the mindset of, oh, we need this sort of person that is this gender or this race. I think people should just pick the best actor for the role, you know? And if people think that's offensive in some way, I'm sorry, but I don't know what to tell you. Like, just pick the best... Evade, please. Just pick the best actor for the role. It doesn't matter. Their race, their creed, their gender, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Oh, shit. Another encounter. Let me see. Kangster says, I read the original paperback novel. It was very enlightening. Yeah, so I think it was very much of its time. Am I right in saying that? Is that the way that it might be best to phrase it? It was very much of its time. And I think he was supposed to be, like, James Bond in the books is, like, so much more of a utter bastard. Like, he's not a good guy, I don't think, by any means. He's not heroic. Well, no, he is heroic, but he's, like, he's very flawed, I believe, from what I've heard about from people that have read the books. I haven't read the books. Or read the paperback novel, I should say. Has anyone seen Eternals? I haven't seen Eternals, Selby. I've heard it's terrible. What do you think? What did you think of it, Selby? Fraser says, I want to see Flanders take over the carpool karaoke gig, driving with celebrities and singing with them in that voice. Oh, fuck James Corden. I fucking hate James Corden. I've returned from my cooking. Are you guys alive? Says Nicaea. We are still alive. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Selby says it's like a new Marvel squad and there's like an Asian guy, a black disabled girl, etc, etc. Yeah, no, I'm not too sure on the casting for it. Like, I'm not familiar with... I've seen trailers for it. I know Rob Stark's in it. But other than that, I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I think inclusivity is like a good thing. You know, it's good to take people from all walks of life and make them feel included in things. But I don't think that should be a conscious thing. I think that should just be a natural thing that happens. You know. So when you see a company make a new movie and like it's kind of obvious that they've deliberately made certain casting choices just to kind of like appease people. I'm not a fan of that. I think it should come naturally. I think it's disingenuous. I think people should feel like the casting choice was just a casting choice and not some sort of like agenda, or should I say, didn't have some sort of agenda behind it. But yeah, I think everyone's saying the same thing. Like, Eternals wasn't great. Nicaea says Eternals doesn't feel right for me. Spark says Eternals should have been a TV show. Spark, do you think it would have... So, like, I don't know anything about it. I've not seen it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the game volume down as well, guys, because it seems a little bit loud to me. So, Spark, do you think... Also, welcome to the stream, by the way, mate. Do you think it would have worked, let's say they got, like, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Do you think that would have worked better? Do you think the story would have been... or not the story, but do you think they could have told a better story? Nicaea says, I'm mixed and confused about the movie. Fraser says, music is slightly loud compared to... Right, let's go ahead then and let's actually take the master volume up and then turn the music down to like 75. That should be a bit better. Hopefully. It's on 74 and that is going to bother me. 75, please. Thank you. And also, it should be a TV series, not a movie. There's so many plot holes and plot opportunities not taken. Oh, I see. So yeah, so it should be like a TV show. Eternals had to try and pack a lot of backstory into the movie. That's kind of like the unfortunate thing with a lot of these IPs that get grabbed up, and unfortunately, they just don't have the screen time to tell the story that the team behind them probably wanted to. You know, OCD kicked in. Yeah, a little bit. I'm one of these people where certain things bother me, certain things trigger me. I don't think I actually have OCD. I don't think so anyways. Maybe I do, I don't know. But like there are certain things that bother me, like yeah, like I have to do things in a specific way, or have things be of a certain amount or a certain number or whatnot. All of them have interesting stories, definitely, but you know there's no time for that. Yeah, so you feel as though... So for me, who hasn't seen it, I can't really say, but I'm assuming that it just felt very rushed in terms of, like, their origin. I'm assuming they covered their origin story, right? I feel like they always do that in superhero movies. If there's not a movie that covers their origin story, then they try and cram the origin story into the movie. But of course, since the Eternals are a group, I feel like, how do you cover the origin story of an entire group? Many characters in the movie do not mix well, they're all underbaked. Now on the other hand, if they had a TV show, nuances could be explored. I feel like TV is overtaking cinema these days, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like storytelling works much better via TV rather than movie, and I think this is something that we're going to see going forwards, and I think the reason for that, in my opinion, is because you can tell the story of a book through a TV show much better than you can in a movie. Much better. You can have multiple seasons. You can have the story going as long as you need it to. In a movie, you have, what? Between an hour and a half and maybe 2.5 hours at a stretch for runtime? Yikes. You know what I mean? Looks at Spider-Man, looks at June. I haven't seen June. But I mean... Like, here's my issue or should I say, here's like one of the only issue that I can really have with June, because I haven't seen it, so I can't really have an issue with it. I feel like Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is, it's not Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet? What the fuck's his name? Either way, Timothy. I feel like he's overhyped in a big way. A lot of my friends say like, oh, he's such a good actor. I've seen him in like 3 movies, and in like all 3 of those movies, I'm pretty sure he just played the same guy in a different role. You know, like, I don't feel like he acts. I think he just plays himself in every role. I don't know. That's my impression of Timothy Chalamet. June fits well as a movie, not a TV show. Sometimes stories don't need to be... It depends if it's a story that's compact in of itself and can be wrapped up neatly into a movie, sure thing, yeah, like, great. But if it's a vast story with loads of nuances, loads of storylines and plot points to cover, then don't try and cram it into a movie, because it just never works. It's like... Here's a classic example. If any of you have seen Jaws... I can guarantee that, like, this is more often than not the case. The book is way better. There's a lot of stuff in the book that isn't covered in the movie. Obviously I don't think Jaws would really work as a TV show. I mean, maybe it could have, but not at the time. But like, with that being said, a Jaws TV show might be pretty cool. But either way, there was a lot of plot lines that weren't covered in the movie because time constraints. Like, for instance, his wife, the sheriff's wife in Jaws, I think she cheats on him? Or does he cheat on her? I think she cheats on him. No, I don't think that's right. I think he cheats on her. Like, he has an act of infidelity, I think. Underbaked because there's barely any time for the characters to be fully baked. The biggest problem in Eternals are the characters. They feel empty and formless. I think that's why it helped to... Yes, please, I want to enter this location. So, Raimi's Spider-Man movies, the first one was a pretty good origin story. Like, that's what it was, essentially. It was the origins of Spider-Man. I think they went downhill from there, in honesty. But then again, Bully Maguire is kind of funny. For meme content alone. But yeah, I think the origin story in the first Raimi Spider-Man movie was good. I think it set them up to be able to do a series of movies that would have been... What came from it wasn't exactly great. It definitely shows its age.